It's a new year, 2024, and we are going to continue learning about the private cloud environment. So I dropped that video last week about how to set up your private cloud with just that plain Western Digital cloud device. So now I want to dig a little further into more settings on the device. I want to show you how to, number one, find out where all your network addresses are located. So if we go under the network tab right here, you'll see the MAC address, right? And then you'll see the IP address. Remember, I'm running it on a intranet, not connected to the internet yet. We will eventually be connected to the internet. So then, if I go a little further under network services, as you can see, I could have my switch go ahead and assign the IP, not switch actually, my router, go ahead and assign a DHCP address to the storage device. But I decided right now to make it static because I always want to be able to connect to it. So if my router goes down or whatever, if there's an issue with my router and it's not giving out the DHCP addresses, I can still connect via a static address. So that's my reasoning for that. Now, this is really important when other users are connecting to this storage device or this cloud. I use those two terms interchangeably because a cloud is really just a storage device, believe it or not. But it's big fancy language right now with all these things that are going on with the cloud environment. But true and true, it's really just a storage device. So anyway, I like to get back to what I was talking about. Here we go. SSH. We know SSH stands for Secure Shell. So if you notice up here, it says not secure. So I did not connect via Secure Shell initially when I went into the KMT cloud environment, right? This is my IP address for the device. But later on, as we are connecting other users to this cloud, it would be definitely advisable to have folks connect in a secure manner using most likely Secure Shell or PuTTY or whatever. Or PuTTY actually runs SSH inside of the application, so that's a good way to go. So now also, you might be wondering, well, how will these particular users, or even you yourself as the administrator, how will you get access to this cloud? Because right now we're on what we call the back end. Remember what I said the other day? From an administrator's point, we always want to connect to our servers and all of our fancy devices through the back end, the back door or whatever, so we can go ahead and do our administration duties or skills or projects or whatever. So, but as you start giving individuals access, you want to be able to make sure they have a secure connection to the device so you won't have any problems later on. And so that's kind of what we're going to be going towards, or what we're shooting for as far as configuring this device in a proper manner. We could also set up a network group, right? So we can have a bunch of folks in that group and give them the access they need. But right now, I'm just really reviewing how you would go about it. Here's a really cool deal that you should know about. You might already know about it. You can actually use that cloud device as a streaming device. So if you notice, let's say Prime and Netflix, all those fancy streaming vendors, they have cloud devices, which I mentioned earlier. It's just really a big old storage device, a big old disk. But you can set up your cloud as a media device for streaming. And so let me show you some of the settings in the media section. Click on media here. And so see, it says right here, it's a DLNA media streamer. So it will store all of those huge videos, and you can stream right off this box if you wish to. See right here, media players, and this is an old version. Like I said, this particular cloud version is very old. I'm sure they have a much more updated one by now. So it even tells you media tracks 26, pictures 482. So far I have 90 videos on this device. And the last update, this is wrong. I still gotta figure out how to fix my time. If anybody knows how to fix the time on this device, let me know, please. Put it in the comment box. All right, so now I digress. Back to what I was talking about earlier. So as you can see, it's using the DLNA database, which I've never heard of. I probably will Google that in a while and figure out what it is. And it says here you can rescan or rebuild, but you could, like I said, use this cloud device, your cloud device, as a media streaming device as well. Isn't that really cool? Really cool. So here, like I said, this device is kind of old, so they have it as an iTunes server, or you can actually set it up as an iTunes server too. Now, I'm not sure how well that will work or not, but I mean the options are there. The options are really there. It's really cool. All right. So now let's go into one more area. I'm not going to go into utilities right now. I just want to really show you the notification section as well. Right. So now, right now, I have my alerts off because I'm not really doing anything of great importance with the cloud device besides showing you a few training sessions. But as you begin to bring your system online, you definitely want to have these alerts turned on. And here's why. You see what it says here? Critically only, critical and warning, or just all. So you can move the bar over. It's real slow. You can move it over to whatever section you want. Like say if I want to just have the system send me only critical items, like if the cloud device is about to blow up on fire. Not that I'm just being bad, I'm just being funny. But you know, if it's about to like take fail or it just crashes or whatever, anything major and critical, I could have the device alert me. Or I could do critical and warning. So it could warn me before the critical act happens. Or I could just say, give me everything. I need to know everything that's happening with my device. And then it will send me the email. And so you set up everything here and then you click OK and then you'll be all set. So that is very, very important for understanding what's happening with your device. All right. Alright, so now for the next video, I'm going to show you how we can gain access to these shares without setting up that mobile app. So I'm going to use a third-party application, some PuTTY and SFTP window-based applications to show you how I will be able to see what's in those shares I created. Now, mainly I will be going into the KMT backup share because yesterday I was backing up my Windows 11 laptop. So I just want to show you, how to access that information as an admin. For the user's environment, they'll be a little different because they'll have the WD Cloud app on their laptop, PC, or mobile app so they can get to their cloud data that way. You don't need them going into things from the back end. This is just from an administrative standpoint. By the way, that box, let me go back to home before I end the video one more thing. So this device, believe it or not, it's just a Unix device. So the operating system running on this device is Unix. I forgot which version of Unix, but this is like a stripped down version of a Unix operating system. So that's why I'll be able to actually go into it, log in as root, right? And then kind of show you the file systems a little bit from this device. Pretty cool. Now, I don't know if the newer versions will actually have a different operating system on it. It probably will, because like I said, this device is 10 years old. So I'm pretty sure they've changed that whole format around by now. Shame on me for not being up to par with learning the ins and out of the device as far as the changes like I said, I just been so crazy, hectic, busy as a caregiver over the last few years. So I just really haven't had the time to dig in deep like I should have been. But that's cool. I'm kind of gonna do it now. All right. So enough about me and my life and all that fun stuff. Thank you so much for watching the channel. Go ahead and click that subscribe button, click that notification button, and chit chat with me a little bit. Give me some of your stories. I love to hear about IT war stories, things that have happened in the past, and how you got over those obstacles. Because I have plenty of them myself. Way back in the day when the server was crashing and I have a lot of war stories, definitely. But the biggest part of it was being able to overcome those obstacles and bringing everybody back together and making sure those systems were up and running. Oh, I have a lot of heyday stories, y'all. All right, enough about me. I want to know more about you. So yeah, just hit me up and let me know what you think. Give me some ideas. Let me know what's happening at in your environment, and just keep in touch. All right, 2024 is here. Make it a good year.